Hi there, Libra. Welcome to your November 2019 love reading. It's Rena here. I remember when I first was starting out, I thought it was absolutely shameful to post monthly readings after the beginning of the month, and now it's just kind of funny to think about how anal that is. And, you know, truth be told, when you're doing these kinds of, time-sensitive readings, and there's so many people doing the same types of readings, I notice that there's certain readers that I'm still subscribed to who don't necessarily post on the first day of the month, or even the month before, where they kind of do it like going into the month. So maybe they're thinking, hey, maybe I'll stand out if I do it then. That's not why I'm doing it. I just didn't get around to it. So, okay. This reading is intended for, I feel like I'm reading this off of a sheet or something. This reading is intended for people who are single or in craptastic relationships. So this is not for people who are like just blissfully happy, okay? Good. I'm glad we got that settled, because I get like, once in a while I get some people who say, this isn't true, I'm, happy in my relationship. Okay, well, why are you watching? And also, I love the Libra people who think I'm prejudiced against Libras. No, I'm not. So we can like dismiss that one too. Okay, so the heart of the matter is the Ace of Wands. This can be like an affair. When I say affair, I'm not talking about like, that you're an extramarital situation, or even like, I don't even mean like just like a one-night stand or something, but where you are taken by somebody and it's just like this instantaneous thing where you're just like hitting it off right away, and it's just like major passion. And you might throw caution to the wind, and it's like, oh man, this person is really hot, because it is fire, wands. Rods is wands, and wands is fire. So this might be a fire sign. Your opposite sign, Aries, is a fire sign. So is Sag, so is Libra. I was thinking, Aries is the opposite sign of Libra. So is Leo, the L. And so it could be starting a relationship with that type of a person, or being attracted to that type of person. But the Ace, there is that sense of beginnings, of new beginnings. So maybe there is somebody that you are, flirting with, talking to. In the past position, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And this is a card associated with Taurus. It's also like, in terms of the mentality, it can be being with somebody who is very dependable, and maybe that what has been missing is passion, excitement, the element of surprise, and just that dynamic energy. Knight of Pentacles, that Taurus person, the plotting, the builder, the person who's very like dependable, constant, but isn't particularly exciting. Now that is not me putting down that type of energy. It's just thinking about it in terms of what your particular preferences are, Libra, in general. The higher message is the Ace of Cups. And this can either be, you have a person that you will really love. Again, contrasting this to the Knight of Pentacles. maybe you met somebody at a time in your life where you were feeling very out of control. You needed that stability, and that person, that's an earth energy. The Pentacles was there for you. And that was absolutely right in that time frame. And now you need somebody who can light your fire, who can, inspire you, encourage you, who has a similar outlook on life, okay? And who will be more compatible with you. And also with the Ace of Cups, again, so you notice how I got Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups? Well, besides the fact that they're both aces, which connect to beginnings, new beginnings, we're talking about the elements of fire and water. And fire and water signs have a lot that isn't very much in common. But the one thing that they have is an emotional nature. It kind of like expresses itself differently, the wands and the water signs. But I'll tell you one thing, an earth sign like Taurus is not particularly expressive. Now, yes, I am just isolating the influence of the sun, and yes, the person's moon sign will certainly change things up, and even the rising sign. But the sun sign has to be given a lot of importance and weight. And so it's possible that, like I said, there was a time when that was exactly what you felt was appropriate for your life, and it was a stabilizing influence. And now you feel like maybe that kind of stale type of interaction with that person. And it's not to say that that person can't have very fruitful interactions, maybe with a water sign, maybe with a fellow earth sign. Because the other person will appreciate it for what it is. Whereas you may get bored, for instance. And the fire element keeps you on your toes. It excites you. And we need both. We need inspiration, and we also need stability. And I think you can have both with a fire sign person, for sure. Fire is, in general, kind of known for that instability, in the sense that fire can just, it has no, there's something chaotic about fire, and that's what it adds. But that chaos, that unpredictability, also has the positive part of itself, which is very expansive. And that's maybe what I'm trying to get at as well, is that maybe you have felt in a past relationship, or maybe this is a current relationship that you're still in, that it ran its course, that there was nothing more to learn from that person, and that, you just weren't vibing at the same level. And, if you're single, by the way, the Knight of Pentacles can actually be a facet of you that has been, kind of like nose to the grindstone, and maybe just oblivious to, your romantic side of life, and now you're ready for it. Either you've met somebody that you finally are interested in, or you just crave it all of a sudden. What crosses you is the Eight of Pentacles. So again, this could be workaholic tendencies. This can be also, if you are currently in a relationship that you think, you know what, if only I could work on this more. Maybe there's something more I can do with this. And you might be reluctant to let go of the relationship, especially if your Venus is in Scorpio, Libra. You may be like very devoted to a person that in many ways you acknowledge you don't feel like you have much in common with anymore. But you still, it's like almost like a sense of loyalty to that person. What's coming in, or the advice, is the Seven of Cups. And this can be that in this particular time frame that maybe people know that you're on the market, and so you're getting a lot of offers where people are saying they want to date you because you're, Libra people tend to be very good catches, where people, they're like, hey, I want to hook up with this person. You're usually physically attractive, and definitely you are classy. It's funny, I always say if somebody uses the word classy, then they probably aren't classy. So I probably shouldn't have used that word, but you know what I mean. Like that you have a sense of social graces. You're not coarse acting. And this is one of the things, I know this is a little bit of a side note, but it doesn't matter your origin. It doesn't matter if you come from the upper crust, or you're just that you were just born in a humble environment. You can still have a lot of, you can carry yourself with a lot of dignity and grace no matter what. And a Libra person, whether sun or rising, will tend to do this, will tend to kind of like belie their social status by the way that they act. Like they don't act very coarse, or low class, whatever you want to call it, that kind of thing. So, and along those lines too, even like dressing, on a shoestring, if you don't have much money, but still managing to put together like really nice outfits. Who knows? Maybe you get them at the Salvation Army, but you have an eye for fashion, and so you're able to like carry yourself with, make it look like you have all this money and stuff. So you may have a lot of options, especially if the word is out that you're free from a relationship, and people are waiting in line to date you. But also, this is a kind of like a caveat. This is like some kind of like a warning, Be careful of your choices. Because like sometimes, how they say all that glitters isn't gold. Well, that looks like a dragon, and I don't know, some kind of a creature. And sometimes things look good, but they're not what they seem. So you have to get to know somebody really well. And that's the problem with the Ace of Wands. It can make you very eager, but not necessarily very discerning, because the Ace of Wands is just like kind of impatient. It can be very spontaneous, but not very discerning. The outcome is the Queen of Cups, and this is a very psychic card. This connects with Cancer, and so whether this is somebody that you wind up with, because even this is water energy too, and that's actually Neptunian energy. So this may be that you are, this particular person, you are determining whether or not, like the Ace of Cups, this is like a kind of a spiritual connection or a soulmate connection. That may be something that you are tuning into with this particular individual. And it may start gangbusters, where it's just like, you're like, wow, you know, they sweep you off your feet and you're just ready for it. You know, you're feeling like this is something that you have been waiting for. Okay, Libra, that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this and that you resonate with it. If you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. Have a great month. Bye.